This has been super potent of late. The mother healing, the feminine wounding, and this next month we're stepping into real masculine father wounding, father healing. There's this divine balance has been really strong, and I'm here to share this with you because it's been so strong. The triple goddess, the Triune God, the maiden mother crone, the youth stag, and the sage. So this is about the masculine and feminine divine potencies of energies that are really strong at the moment. Yeah, a lot of people have been feeling them, and I've been guided to share with you this divine balance because these energies are really strong at the moment. So hello. This has been super potent and strong. So let me share this, and I shall be present with you because I came out of we did our last psychic protection class this morning, and this started like channeling through with it. And I was like, yes, I'm about to do a public live stream about it because it's so strong. It's the triple goddess and the Triune God energies. Yeah. So hello, I'll just give you a moment to jump on, say hi, let me know where you're from around the world, and I shall share this live stream and be super present with you. If I can remember how to do it, even though I do it like 50 times and almost twice and 4 times in a day. Bear with me. All right. Hello. Okay, so these, I want to show like, this is like pretty much the energies at the moment. Duality has been so strong. There is like such positive things happening and such like huge, massive falling apart things happening. There is big expansion things happening and huge contraction things happening at the same time. And like, of course, that's always going on all the time. Like, that's how our reality is made up, right? Like, this is pretty much, if there was a photo of it, this is what it is, right? It's like the duality and the polarity and the literal like expansion of both at the same time. I mean, it's always happening. Yeah, it's always happening. Oh, look, underneath this card, so interesting. So I didn't plan to pull cards on this, but I wanted to show you this card in particular, yeah? And that was just sitting on there. And then this one, emotion and intellect. And this is pretty much what it is, right? The yin and yang, yes, and it's the head and the heart, yeah? So this one is the emotion and the intellect. And so it's like head and heart, intellect, emotion, yeah? And this feels like this is so what it is at the moment. There's such a deep connection and reconnection of the head and the heart happening. There's huge healing on the masculine and feminine. And this past month has felt very deep in the feminine healing, very deep in the feminine betrayal, wounding. Let me just bring this up because this is really important. So the Triune God and the triple goddess in the triple goddess meditation. So the triple goddess meditation you can find in the link in the title of this live stream. You can find it on my website. I'll pop the link in the comments as well. So with the triple goddess meditation, it's the Triune God, triple goddess. Yeah. And with the triple goddess, obviously heals the feminine, Triune God heals the masculine. And so if there's issues around sexuality, base chakra, if you've been like the scapegoat of the family, it's the betrayal, it's the collective wounding of like receiving. So if you struggle to receive help or even ask for help, you know, and whether it's like blood family, soul family, career, neighbors, like it doesn't matter who it is. If there's any sort of like sister wounds or anything like that, triple goddess. So there's 3 meditations for the triple goddess, yeah, the maiden, the mother, the crone. And in the Triune God for the masculine, there's the stag, the sage, the stag, the father, and the sage. Now, when we work with these meditations, I actually teach with the 4, yeah, so the sacred 4, because then it balances it out. So with the masculine wounding, it is like feeling if you've been like carrying the weight of the world, if you've been like feeling like you're wounded in battle, and it is really deep in obviously the father healing, yeah. And so it feels like the Triune God is really awesome for men or women that hold more of a masculine energy and that protective sort of sheath up all the time, right? And so if you've always felt like you're obviously the scapegoat, but also the one who's had to hold the battle and hold the sheath up and hold the protection layers up. And they can get really, really exhausting, right? So when the masculine and feminine within self are out of balance, it can be really like hard to hold all of that up energetically. And that's where exhaustion comes in and kicks in. And that's when we start to get sick and it's just like, just holding it up too much. So in the past sort of 6 weeks to a month has been really around the feminine lineage and, females in general. And then, the reason that I'm sharing this today is because I've been getting the message that the next sort of month to 6 weeks is really more masculine, father wounding based. So the Triune God, the triple goddess, really, really powerful to help balance that out. And like I said, I work with the sacred 4 on each. So there's a balance of the 8, yeah? Which is the same as I work with, instead of working with 7 chakras, I work with 8 chakras. It's a balance, yeah? It's bringing balance back to consciousness, back to humanity. It's healing at the heart and healing at the core. It's bringing the head and the heart together, yeah? So we step out of duality and into polarity where there's no good, bad, right or wrong. It just all exists, yeah? So Susie said, I've recently had distance from my family in order to fully be myself and not be judged. Yeah, exactly right. There's a lot of separation from family lineage at the moment and or healing of family lineage that's going on as well. So I'm going to grab this link for you and pop it in here. I can find it. I just had it up. So the triple goddess, the Triune God, the Triune God, it comes in a package, yeah? So it's $33 US. You can get both meditations. Well, there's actually 6 or 8 meditations, actually more than that. It's like a full mini training course. Obviously, there's training videos, and I go into deep, essence about each of the meditations, how you can use them, when to come back and use them again. Very, very healing when you're going through generational lineage, generational karmic lineage, and not just in this blood lifetime, but soul generational lineage as well. So the divine balance is a combination of a series of meditations. So basically taking yourself through a healing journey with them all. They're very, very potent in activating the triple goddess and the Triune God. So when I first channeled the triple goddess meditation was on the 8th of the 8th, 2018. It came through so strongly, like it was something else that was channeling through me with the triple goddess meditation, and then the rest created from the triple goddess meditation. Earlier that year, I had these 3 tattoos on my finger, and they weren't, I didn't go with like, I'm getting the triple goddess. Like I was literally going to get, came over about maybe 3 months maybe. So this tattoo is the Trust Intuition tattoo. So you've probably heard me talk about my course, Trust Intuition. This is the symbol for Trust Intuition. It is like the T and the top is turned up. So T, and then so trust, so your, and then the Y. And then intuition is the straight line there, right? So TYI, trust intuition. Somebody had asked me in my course at some point, they're like, what's the trust intuition like symbol? And I'm like, I don't know. And then of course in my channeling, like just doing my thing, it all dropped in and I was like, oh my God. And I showed them, I'm like, this is it. And I was like, I'm going to get this tattooed here. And so, and I sort of left it for a while, didn't go straight out that day and get it. And then a few months later, I was meditating. Well, it was a little while later. It was in 2018. I don't remember exact dates now, but it was earlier in the year. I know that. And then I was meditating one day and Isis came and she walked straight up to me and like put the symbol into my third eye and then like left. And I was like, what the hell is that? And I like got out of meditation and like drew it down and it was this symbol. And yes, it looks like a 2 upside down, but it was this way that it was placed in. And I was like, what is that? And I'm like trying to search on Google, and it's like all these things. And I'm like, what is that symbol? I'm like, I don't know what that symbol is. And anyway, so I just, wrote it down and then just, drew it. And then when I was ready to go and get the tattoos, I was like, oh, I need something else on here. I'll just put a circle for like full circle, right? Coming full circle. Anyway, so I went and got these tattoos. They kind of hurt on that bone bit quite a lot. And, and when I showed my friend, like when I came out, and my friend Jade, you probably heard me talk about her. She's a liquid crystal practitioner, and I bought some crystals off her. I wish I remember what they were at that time. It was a set of them, actually. Anyway, it was a trinity. I think I might have been one of the oak tree trinities I was taking at the time, because 2018 actually was the Lord of Time trinity. I remember now, because I was on the Lord of Time trinity for for about 5 months. I kept doing another round of it, and I had oak tree, and I was doing these other ones with it. Anyway, if you know liquid crystals, you know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I like met her after yoga class, picked them up, and I walked up to her and I was like, I just came straight from the tattoo artist. And she's like, oh my God, it's the triple goddess. And I was like, oh my God, it is too. And I didn't like plan it. It just happened. And people always ask me about my tattoos, and I'm like, they always come to me in meditation. They always have deep symbolic meaning, yeah? And so if you look at it, it's like the maiden, open, yeah? The mother, and then the crone coming full circle. And I'm like, oh my God. And I love it. And when these tattoos, like when the triple goddess is around, they glow. They're like beaming energy in a way. And I freaking love it. And I got these done sort of, it must have been early to 2018, would have been around mid 2018. On the 8th of the 8th, 2018 is when the triple goddess channeled through me. It was so strong. It was not long after a blood moon eclipse that came through in August 2018, and it's really, really strong. So strong message for you guys that the triple goddess meditation is in the divine balance. We've just gone through a huge portal of feminine receiving, deep betrayal, like karmic lineage being cleaned out. And as I said, I came on to share this with you because it's been tapping me on the shoulder, because I keep getting the message that the next few months we're going to, the next few weeks, the next 4 to 6 weeks is like the flick of the masculine. So it's like being the feminine, the flick of the masculine. And so the triple goddess and the triune God, the divine balance, helps to heal both these aspects as we come into like full alignment. So in sort of like, so solstice around 21st of December, it's the, the shift, it's the equality aspect, right? And so this is what's really coming through as we lead up to December solstice. It's like this flick. It's a flick, but it's like a balance. Yeah. It's like the moon. It's a sun moon dance. It just feels so strong at the moment. And it's the head, the heart coming into balance as we not just step into a new era of light, dark, like of consciousness from the 21st. Like it feels like there's a whole new energy about to sweep in, and right up until April, right, we're in the midst of eclipse season for sure, but it just feels like these are really strong head, heart, stepping out of duality and into polarity and really working these energies, right? So instead of being like pulled down into the darkness, instead of being like in the midst of like all this chaos going on, like you can hold both. You can hold the polarity rather than it being separate in the duality, right? Which is the separation. Polarity is that it's all just here in balance. Yeah, there's a lot of big world stuff coming up for sure. Okay, so you can check out the link. If you've got questions about it and you're watching the replay, just comment below. But triple goddess, triune God coming right at you, super strong. You're wanting to come into balance and heal generational lineage, soul blood lineage, as well as this karmic family lineage in this lifetime. This is the one for you. So click on the link. I shall see you guys real soon.